Welcome back to Empowered Youth Finances, brought to you by Youth Empowered Botswana. I am with Dr. Selolwane, and we're looking at planning for retirement or retirement and what you need to know about, having a smooth retirement time where you can even buy a beautiful home and do gardening and not worry about where you are sleeping, what you are eating. And with the previous session, she spoke about what she had invested in. The very first one, education. As she loves learning, I think it was just easy and natural that then she also invests in education for the people that she loves, and what education actually has produced in terms of profit. Her son, an engineer, her nieces and grandchildren going to school and doing beautiful things as well. But she also invested in shares, Sechaba, Barclays, which is Absa now, Pep Store. I didn't even know that you can buy shares, that it's a Pep Store. I wish we buy from Pep, but we we don't have shares, we don't own shares there. And this is for you, empowered youth, to know that maybe you need to do your own learning about investments and where you can actually invest. We have your BTCL, Onalenna BBS, so you just became commercial recently. The yields may not be much, but at least you are putting your money somewhere where it doesn't earn you only 0.0025% like you would get in a bank. She also invested in property. And she spoke about how that property was used by her son when he was looking for capital to start his business. So you see, she invested in her son's education, who's an engineer, and the son now has a business, and she could now invest in that business. And I'm sure that business is doing well.
Oh yeah.
It is.
It is.
So you will get your money
to South Africa. We
what?
had we'll be spreading to. We've done some business in Zambia. We are basically wanting to spread into the region.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So every time she opens up something, if I have some little money there, boom,
in there,
I get in there.
So continue with your journey, because other people will say, no, but Dr. Selolwane is a privileged one. She was a lecturer and she did this and did that. We also see the responsibilities on your shoulders as the first one to go to university and have your master's degree and your PhD. So it doesn't come easy.
It doesn't come easy at all.
Yeah.
It comes with a heavy cost. As you can see my face, I underwent a lot of stress because you are always just juggling school fees enough, what enough, the things that matter. One of the things I did, for instance, at one point was to take a second retirement plan privately financed by myself, on top of the one that was offered by my employers.
Oh, wow.
But I reached a point, I had a mom to look after, the kids to look after, my aunt, she didn't have any kids. At some point, I was literally living hand to mouth with all these commitments.
Wow.
So a second retirement plan, at some point I had to sit down and think, what must I cut?
Yeah.
Because it meant looking for, it took a toll on my health. And until my doctor gave me, he was so annoyed with
the things
the excessive time that I was spending doing things. Arma, do you realize you will die? From stress, because we need adrenaline sometimes. It jacks us up, but adrenaline all the time in a negative consequences on our health. So like an alcoholic, a teetotaler, and you're shaking like this in your at the prime of your womanhood.
Wow, Dr. Selolwane. So and this was really propelled by the fact that you really wanted to buy your independence. By giving others
by giving others, investing in others so that they could become independent like me.
Yes.
But I only had one child, and I never wanted to have more than one child because I thought it would be irresponsible to bring children into the world when you know that it's difficult to maintain them. But my younger sister had 4 kids and 2 grandchildren.
So you had 6
so
kids.
I then took them on board because she couldn't manage even one of them. So when you are juggling, always looking for how can I make more money to pay school fees, because I so believed in school, and private education seemed to deliver. I had to at one point my doctor warned me,
wow,
you are heading, you'll have a stroke or a heart attack. Now I'll just sign the death certificate. And my son was still at secondary school. What will happen to your son when you die? The university will advertise, and you'll be replaced. They will eulogize you, but you'll be dead.
Yes.
Your son will not have the same privilege as your employers to advertise. My mom died. Could somebody fill the gap?
Wow.
So choose, Musad, choose. And I chose for my son, and decided that I was going to cut down on a number of things. And that in the minute he started working and pushing me to get out of, to retire early, I figured, man, I could retire early and pay off all these debts. Taking a little on it, I had bought property, which meant I was paying all over the place, and school fees, so that I could clean my debts, and then focus on school fees.
I really understand why your son wanted to pamper you. Why he wanted you to retire early and then go for pamper, because you did need some pampering.
I did. Yeah. So that's but it's things that bubble up because of certain priorities, which at the time I didn't think was a retirement plan. But it turned out that way. It is in fact planning a future. That future might not necessarily be that far end in retirement, but certainly a better future, a more comfortable future with financial independence. So none of the properties that I bought owe a tebe to anybody. They were paid off.
Wow.
And then, but when you are in a job, there is a certain level of comfort in being given a pension, and you think, I'll still continue to be comfortable.
Yes.
Big mistake.
Oh yeah?
Never, ever think that a pension is something that you can live comfortably on.
Oh, wow.
It is a disaster.
Tell us more.
It reduces in value, in buying power.
Okay.
Yeah? So that you find, even the top people who earn a high salary, if they don't plan for multiple streams of income, by more pensioning, that pension after 5 years, it has lost most of its value. To start off with, it's a proportion, it's a half or less than half of what you earned, right? On top of that, I get a high change. It loses buying power every year. The first 5 years, you may think, after that, there's nothing to that pension except no record toilet paper, basically.
So if you have a big house, then it might be a problem to maintain that big house.
Yeah. How can you like I've always given priority to fixing the house and paying school fees.
Yes, you pay school fees.
Comes first.
Yes.
My mom's grave is waiting for so say tombstone.
Yes.
You know what? She's dead.
Yes.
We've buried her. She can wait. School fees. Why one?
You know what, Dr. Selolwane, you and I like the way you think.
Priorities, my dear.
Yes.
You have limited. But one of the lessons I learned, thanks to my dearest son, Dr. Selolwane, Yeah, you educate and then your children become your educators. I made big mistakes assuming that I had a pension and therefore would be taken care of. So ke thuse ba bangwe ba gore le bone ba netle, right?
Yeah.
Your pension, your health benefit, I think insurance, health insurance, medical insurance. My dear, those things, they mean zero. They are nice to have when you are nice and healthy and don't really need them.
Yes.
When you grow old, kana retirement, you retire. For those of us who retired up to nako e rileng, the university offered us 3 options: the early retirement, normal retirement, and late retirement. Late retirement was 65.
Okay.
So I took the halfway house between early and middle. These are managed by people who themselves are young, haven't retired.
Yeah.
They know nothing except what tell your clients this is. So they'll sell you something. It's a dummy. It loses value. When you are young, that medical aid, you have a headache, it's a luxury, you are still pregnant, you go and give birth. When you are post Netherlands, you no longer produce babies.
Yes.
Then you find that 2 million in a cover a hospital Netherlands thing. Malotsenyana atlang with age. You tell her your medical aid is finished. Finished.
How? It finishes?
Yes.
Hela, how?
It's finished. You have exhausted. So a lot of retired people find that in a year of it, only the aches, the bones,
Yes.
the joints, the high blood pressure, all these things. Yes, but telling the X-ray more than once a year at the beginning of the financial year at
So how do you cover 2.5 million for the rest of your life?
Yeah, it's basically for that. It's for the year.
For that year.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I need to read.
You are not going to be running to hospital all the time.
Yes.
So it's for that year. And then things that require regular things like your X-rays, your glasses, your Netlands. But the limit no, your glasses you can't take the next year. Skip a year. They are this is a business.
Yeah.
When now we live in 2 million, 3 million, or hey, you know what? I am covered for life. No, sweetheart. Because you are older.
Yes.
That's when a lot of those living before they retire, learned bitterly.
Wow.
That in fact, that 2 million thing is not 2 million.
Yeah.
Most of it is tied, I think 80% of that is tied to an area that you will not really need the money for.
Yeah.
The 20% you recover all these other things, and my dear, you're exhausted. Beginning of this year, I have blood pressure. From stress. My last few years go investing were very, very stressful.
Yeah.
Kidney blood pressure, which means I'm on medication every month. Then I have a problem with my thyroid that has gained me weight and given me all sorts of challenges. Yeah. So I have to be on medication all the time, and then get a parathyroid, an overactive parathyroid, and underactive. Start buying for yourself, my dear, until we jump into the next financial year.
Wow.
Yeah. Is a regular thing that you hear when you are now in need
Of medical aid.
Not when you are healthy and strong.
Okay, so what did Lerang then say? Because so Lerang advised you.
Mama, you know, it doesn't matter whether you earn 10 pula or 1 million pula. People have an emotion. Our relationship with money,
Yes,
it doesn't rely on logic. It's an emotional one. I get budgeting, budget, live you within your means. Budget. Everything is.
actually, let us go to a quick break so that then we can actually have more time to talk about. Because I want to hear this one. Yeah, how do you budget? 1.4.
Yeah,
because that is the situation we're in right now with young people that are doing internship. 1.4, 1.8. What do they do?
Yeah,
we'll be right back.